Ladies and gentlemen, today is Buddha's teaching day. 2936 years ago, Buddha Shakyamuni taught Dharma in Varanasi, India. And 5 human beings, 80,000 gods listened to Buddha's teaching and greatly benefit. And since then, Buddha's teaching continually people learn to contemplate and meditate on, so they greatly benefit. So today I am very happy to celebrate Buddha's teaching day, and I request Kunzang teach Dharma to everybody, so understand more what is Buddha's teaching.
Thank you, Khenpo Choga, for that kind introduction. My name is Kunzang. I'm here at the Dzogchen Retreat Center, USA, on this auspicious anniversary of Buddha's first teaching. And Buddha's first teaching, as Khenpo Choga said, was to 5 humans and 80,000 gods. And when Buddha gave that teaching, he was giving a very powerful message to all beings about where we can find happiness. This is a critical question that's still relevant today. It's a question that every one of us deeply wants to know the answer to. And in Buddha's time, there were many people giving many messages about how to find happiness. The 2 most popular ones at that time were asceticism and animal sacrifice. And basically the concept was, if I engage in these activities, I can make some external force, some God out there, happy, and then I can be granted happiness. What we need to understand is those techniques might sound very strange and foreign to us today, but actually a lot of the times, and most of the times, we're using the same type of logic in where we're seeking our happiness in our modern world. If we think, where are people mainly looking for happiness these days? Probably one of the main objects they're looking to, friends and family. I'm going to surround myself with loved ones who will shower me with affection, shower me with love, and then from them I'll feel some happiness. Maybe people are looking for wealth and possessions to provide them happiness. Basically the concept here is I can buy my way into happiness. I just heard when I was in town the other day a commercial literally advertising, buy our product. It's happiness in a can, right? And we're expected to believe that. And a lot of times we do, buy the latest model of our product. Your life will be filled with adventure. You'll have steamy nights of romance, right? That's what we're being promised. And that's what we hope is true. Maybe we're looking for happiness in title and position. If others look up to me, if they respect me, then I'll feel some sense of happiness within myself. Another idea is if I just engage, find pleasure, find enjoyments any way I can, then vicariously through these enjoyments, through stimulating my senses, I can find happiness. People destroy their lives with drugs looking for happiness, trying to escape from reality. Maybe if I leave this reality, I can find happiness in another reality. And then of course the idea that is prevalent, somehow, some way, if I can please some exterior force, some external creator, the cause of my happiness, the creator of my happiness, if I please them, then this God or this being will dispense happiness to me. So what's the problem with all these ideas? Basically, we're looking for happiness outside of ourselves. We're looking for happiness outside of our present moment thinking. And there's some big problems with taking this sort of approach. The first one is it's going to be really difficult to acquire happiness and to keep happiness. Because look at all the effort you have to engage in to gather in these conditions, these objects that are going to make you happy. Another problem, even when you do find them and get them, they're impermanent. They're not going to remain there forever. So you know that the happiness that you do find is going to be impermanent. And worse still is the fact that you're not truly in control of that happiness. Basically, happiness is coming from outside, and you're being granted happiness. You're fortunate to have this happiness, but you're not the one in control of it. So, it's not the message of Buddhism that friends and family or money or pleasures are something we need to reject. That's not the message here. All those worldly type of goals, those supports, help us to feel happiness. There's no doubt about that. Having good friends, loved ones around you, definitely supports your happiness. But the problem is, if you decide these people or these objects are the cause of my happiness, you have a huge problem then. Because we can find examples of people who have every one of those types of supports for happiness, but they're still miserable. And just look at the example, media is filled with stories of celebrities who have everything. They have beauty, they have fame, they have money, they have talent, and still they're miserable. So, what we need to ask ourselves is, why have we decided that we are not capable of creating our own happiness? What is the benefit to our lives in deciding that and placing the power of our happiness outside of ourselves? And what evidence do we really have that that's true? Have we really investigated the power of our thinking? You know, when we decide this, another detrimental result is also suffering is coming to us from outside. I mean, just look at the state of the world right now and what we're being told constantly. The economy is collapsing. The environment is being destroyed. We have global warming. We have this terrible tragedy of the oil spill. We have the end of the world coming in 2012. All the doomsday scenarios, right? So we're not saying that those aren't problems that need to be addressed, but we're saying if those are truly outside of ourselves, if our happiness and our suffering are truly existing outside of ourselves, then we have little control to really meet and overcome those challenges. And when people get into that situation, they start thinking like that, we get a lot of wrong views. We get views like might makes right. Only the strong survive. I need to be ruthless to find happiness. Or maybe people get the idea life sucks and then you die, right? We hear that a lot from people. People become miserable. They feel helpless. I'm one of the losers. I'm naturally bad because I can't find happiness. What I want to leave you here today with is that Buddha brought us a very positive, hopeful, empowering message. He taught us, first of all, that true and permanent happiness can be achieved. He taught that that is possible by decreasing our negative thinking. These messages came out of Buddha's realization that we as beings are our present moment thinking. And even more profoundly, Buddha realized the true nature of all beings and saw that it is wisdom, saw that it is true happiness, saw that it is love, compassion. It's only because we don't recognize our true nature, we don't recognize the power of our thinking, that we suffer in the way that we do. So Buddha's message has been one that has been extremely powerful and helpful to me and many people I know. I encourage you to seek out Buddha's teaching, and especially if you have the opportunity, please seek out this text, The Buddha Path, written by my teacher, which contains all the Buddha's teachings. Thank you so very much.